Today's episode is a special one, and I mean it, because I got the chance to sit down and talk with one of the most exciting rookies in the entire Raiders roster, wide receiver Dante Thornton Jr. Now listen, if you're a Raiders fan who loves speed, size, and attitude, then this is a guy you're going to want to keep your eye on all season long. This kid is 6'5", has elite level track speed, and plays with that raw, aggressive energy that would have made Al Davis jump out of his chair back in the day. Dante led college football last season with an eye-popping 25-point, 4 yards per reception. That's not a typo. Every time this guy touched the ball, it felt like a home run play. But here's what's crazy. Even though he was selected in the 4th round of the draft, he spent a big part of the offseason working out with the starters. And that tells you something right away. That tells you the coaches see something special. That tells you the team is investing in his growth. That tells you Dante isn't just a project. He's a weapon. Now, before we even got into the nitty-gritty of football, I had to give the man his flowers. Because beyond being a baller on the field, Dante's heart is in the right place off it. We did something really cool during a live show on July 10th. We helped raise money for his charity, the Driven Throughout the Journey Foundation. And let me tell you, the mission behind that organization is powerful. It's all about lifting up youth, families, and communities. It's about recognizing potential in every kid, giving them opportunities they wouldn't normally have access to, and creating positive change in places that need it the most. The foundation runs back to school drives, Thanksgiving and Christmas events, and youth football camps that bring kids of all ages together. But it doesn't stop there. They're also focused on education, giving students the support they need to succeed academically and build a future. It's the kind of initiative that not only changes lives, but also builds future leaders. And when you hear Dante talk about it, you can tell it's personal. He knows where he came from. He's seen what happens when kids don't have a positive role model in their lives. And he wants to be that guy. He wants to be the example. That's leadership. That's hard. That kind of mindset, man. That's the culture the Raiders are trying to build. It's not just about getting the most athletic guys in the room. It's about building something deeper, bringing in people who care about their communities, who want to do right by the name on the front of the jersey as much as the one on the back. Guys who show up for their teammates and their city. Pete, Carroll, and John Spike are clearly trying to build a team of not just good football players, but good human beings. And Dante fits that mold perfectly. Now, obviously, y'all came here for the football talk, and believe me, we got into it. One of the first things I had to ask Dante was about the legacy of Al Davis. Because let's be honest, Al loved his speedsters. If there was a fast, tall, physically gifted receiver on the board, he was taking him. So I asked Dante, if you could look Al Davis in the eye right now, what would you say to him? And man, the kid didn't hesitate. He said he'd thank him for the opportunity, and he meant it. He knows the type of player Davis looked for, and he knows he fits that mold. He talked about how being drafted by the Raiders made him want to give 110% every single day. That's the attitude. That's what we want in silver and black. We also dove into his relationship with the coaching staff, specifically Pete Carroll, and Dante lit up talking about it. From the very first conversation, he said Coach Carroll made him feel seen, like really seen. He told Dante he went back and watched not just his tape at Tennessee, but even his earlier games at Oregon. That's where he noticed things that other coaches missed, like his ability to block and run precise routes, the subtle stuff that doesn't always make the highlight reel. That attention to detail meant a lot to Dante. He said Coach Carroll talks to him every single day, giving him pointers, pushing him, helping him grow. That kind of mentorship matters, especially for young guys stepping into the pros for the first time. And then we started talking about that SEC life. You know it's different down there. The speed, the fans, the stadiums, everything is just cranked up to 100. So I asked Dante what his most electric moment in college was, and without skipping a beat, he brought up the win over Alabama. Not only did they beat Bama, but the way it happened, he said it was wild. The final whistle blew, and for a second, the field was quiet. Then, like a wave, the fans rushed in from every corner, and the field was flooded with people. That kind of experience stays with you forever. I even found out something I didn't know. Dante was once committed to Penn State back in high school. I brought up a whiteout game I went to years ago, and he said, yeah, I was committed there as a sophomore. That's wild. He's originally from Baltimore, so it made sense, but it just goes to show how long he's been on the radar. Now, Raider Nation always comes through with the questions, and I had to ask Dante who he thought would have a breakout season this year, besides himself, obviously. His answer? Trey Tucker. And I gotta say, it was a strong pick. He said Trey didn't miss a single rep during OTAs. Every snap, every drill, every opportunity. He was there, putting in work and dominating. That says a lot about the kind of player Trey is and how dialed in he's been. Dante said watching that kind of consistency made it clear that Tucker is ready to explode this season. But Raider Nation wasn't going to let Dante off easy. You know how we do. So I gave him the classic test, the Raiders chant. And yeah, he gave us one, but a little quiet. Turns out he was at a summer league basketball game when we did the interview. He was watching his friend DQ, who just got drafted by the Pelicans, take on the Grizzlies. Talk about multitasking. I asked him straight up if he could do a windmill dunk. Without hesitation, he said yes, then added, I can dunk. I can't shoot, can't dribble. I just play defense. That's honesty, baby. Then just to keep things light, I made him a promise. If he ever dunks on Max Crosby at practice, I'm sending him $100 via Venmo. He laughed respectfully. Declined, said he didn't need the money. I respect that too. But let me tell you what really stood out during this whole conversation. It wasn't just the football answers, it was how Dante sees himself. Not just as a player, but as a teammate. He talked about working with Geno Smith this offseason and how much he's already learned. He called Geno a big brother, said they talk every day, warm up together, throw together, and just build that chemistry. That's the kind of bond that makes a difference on Sundays. When I asked him what he expected this year, he didn't give me a stat goal. No receiving yards target. No touchdown total. Instead, he said his goals are to win, to be the best teammate he can be, and to take advantage of every opportunity he's given. That's it. That's the mindset of someone who's not chasing individual fame. He's chasing greatness with the team. He also gave major props to his fellow wideouts. Mentioned Jacoby Myers, Brock Bowers, Trey, and himself. Said the group is so stacked that defenses are going to have to pick their poison. Double one guy, another's going to be wide open. Focus on the pass game, and they'll run it down your throat with Ashton Jeanty. Try to stop the run, and they'll air it out. It's a nightmare for defenses. I also had to test his humility a little. So I asked him straight up, has he raced Trey Tucker yet? He said no, but would he win? Without missing a beat, he said, I always bet on myself. That's the mentality you want from a guy lining up on the outside. We covered a lot. Man, from his inspirations, he mentioned Randy Moss as his all-time favorite and said the trainers tell him he reminds them of Tim Brown because of the way he tapes his fingers to his toughest matchups in practice. He brought up Eric Stokes as one of the toughest corners he's faced. Said the guy's got speed, smarts, and knows how to play physical. He also gave a shout out to rookie corner Cameron Richardson, which is big. It shows respect for the competition in camp. And you're gonna love this. When I asked him about his favorite touchdown celebration idea, he laughed, said he's got a few in mind but wants to keep them secret for now. But we threw one wild idea at him, the milking the cow celebration. And he didn't say no, said he'd think about it. Maybe not for the first touchdown, but if he scores 10, we'll see. That's on the record. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on our Las Vegas Raiders. And don't be shy. Drop your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that has caught the attention of insiders and fans alike, whispers around the league suggest that running back Javonte Williams may have signed with the Las Vegas Raiders. While nothing has been officially confirmed by the team or the players' representatives, several sources close to the situation hint that a deal may already be in place, or at the very least is in advanced stages of negotiation. The potential signing has ignited a flurry of speculation across the NFL landscape. Williams, known for his explosive power and ability to break tackles, has long been viewed as a back with star potential. After an injury-plagued stint with the Denver Broncos, some questioned whether he would ever return to his peak form. But if the Raiders truly are taking a chance on him, it could mean they see something that others have perhaps overlooked, or that they're ready to gamble on upside in their evolving backfield. Las Vegas has been actively reshaping its offensive identity under new leadership, and adding a player like Williams would certainly indicate a desire to bring toughness and versatility to the ground game. With Josh Jacobs having departed earlier in the offseason, the Raiders may be looking for a new bell cow, and Williams fits that mold if he can stay healthy. Still, questions remain. Is Williams ready to shoulder the load again after struggling to regain consistency following his ACL injury? Could the Raiders be hedging their bets with a short-term deal, hoping to strike gold on a high-reward, low-risk move? Or is this all just smoke with no fire, part of the usual off-season chatter that rarely materializes? For now, all eyes are on Las Vegas as fans and analysts alike await official word. If the rumors prove true, the silver and black might be adding a bruising, dynamic runner to their arsenal, and Javonte Williams may get the fresh start he's been waiting for. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Las Vegas Raiders, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.